Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel at Sharon Lapu-Lapu, and today my guest is a very popular travel channel, Alex from Living Abroad channel. Alex, thank you for this interview and welcome back to the Philippines.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. Thank you for reaching out to me. And I'm in Cebu. You're in Cebu. I figured why
Yeah.
not me sharing Lapu Lapu. She was with me on our last live stream. So this is nice to see you in person.
Yes. Okay. I am amazed because it's honor to me that you got my interview.
No, of course. If I have time, I grant interviews for anybody. So
Okay. Okay, let's get
let's get
started.
started.
Okay. You had over 20,000 subscribers when you departed in the Philippines. And you now over 70,000 or going to 80,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
What factors do you attribute the rapid growth of your channel and
Mhm.
its exponential growth?
Firstly, I think definitely the consistency. You know, a lot of people start a channel and they get busy with
Yeah.
their life and work. They do all these things and they don't have time to like maintain their channel. So I think for myself, I'm lucky enough to be putting out regular content
Mm.
twice a week, at least maybe three times. So that definitely helps YouTube have data on your channel to promote it and make it grow. Plus, I think I had a couple of videos that went viral, and that of course
Ah.
helped the growth of the channel.
Why did you return to the Philippines? You stayed almost 6 months on your last visit.
Yeah, I did actually. I came back for several reasons. I made a video about this, actually explaining everything.
Yeah.
So, but I'll kind of quickly go over it. The first reason is I promised. So when I left, the channel was at its peak. It was getting a lot of views, a lot of interest, but I still left the country. So I felt kind of bad about that, to be honest. But I promised to be back. So that's the first reason. Another reason is because Filipino people like yourself, everybody here, honestly, number one people in the world. Completely amazing, friendly, courteous, helpful, respectful, and they're caring people. So why not surround yourself around people like that? And the third reason I came back is because I forgot the third reason, but that's oh yeah, because I feel like at home here. I'm very
Yeah.
comfortable. I'm very familiar with the surroundings. It's a really cool way of living life in a tropical country. That's why I came back.
Okay. And what countries have you visited since departing the Philippines, and give a quick summary on your opinion of those countries?
Sure. So I first went back to Canada. So I went back home to see some family. I'll list all the countries first, and I'll kind of describe each one a little bit. So it was Canada, India, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, and
Wow.
Singapore. So six countries, I guess. And of course, Canada is my home. It's cold, but I didn't want to be there, so I left quickly. I went to India for 3 months, which was quite the experience. Indian street food, people, pollution, the air pollution really got to my lungs. It was a crazy and hectic place, but full of history, lovely people, and delicious food. And then Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, there's a lot of similarities to the Philippines, so it wasn't too much of a culture shock or something completely new to me. And then that's it. Singapore was my recent one, which I spent only a few days. It was a bit expensive for my budget, so I'm like, let me get back out of here. So, oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You sometimes travel with a beautiful Thai girl named Pam. Do you think traveling alone is better or with a companion?
I think it's definitely better with a companion, to be honest, right? Because you get to share your experience with someone that you care about, someone that's there to laugh at the same thing,
Yeah.
see the same thing, share the beauty of where you're at, and you obviously reduce costs of wherever you're doing, and there's someone there for you at the end of the day to like share your experiences with. However, I do sometimes prefer traveling solo because I don't have to interact with that individual.
Ah, yeah.
I have freedom to go where I want and do the things I want to do. Especially if one of you guys are working, then you have to go by that timetable, by that schedule. You know, so there's both sides are better, but I feel like traveling with someone else is probably my
Okay.
preference.
Because sometimes if you travel alone, it seems like boring.
It is boring, you know, but it's a good chance to meet people,
Ah,
right? So you can
yeah.
get out there, put yourself out there, meet some people, interact with the locals. So it's got its benefits too.
Okay. Your two most popular videos were what the foreigner thinks of Indians and what the foreigner think of Filipinos.
Yeah.
Why do you think these two countries receive so many views on foreigners' opinion of their country?
I think the first thing is like, even myself, whenever I see tourists in Canada, I'm always wondering what do they think of Canada,
Yeah.
right? So, and the second thing is people are proud of the country, you know, like Filipinos, Indians, wherever you go, people are very proud of the nation, you know, the culture, the food, the families, the languages. And I think it's simple curiosity of what other people might think of their culture, their history.
Yes.
So I think that probably had a lot to do with it. Also, the fact that it had some attractive people on the thumbnail, I'm sure people just clicked on it to see what the girls had to say. So I think it's a combination of those two things.
Okay. Okay. You have unique ability to get people to let interview them.
Hmm.
I always get refused. What is your technique or strategy you employ when seeking an interview? It's so effective.
See, I'm glad you asked that because recently I had somebody say that the interviews were staged.
Yeah.
So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I'm like, really, this takes talent, you know? It takes. I'm just kidding, but really, honestly, it's just eye contact. If someone doesn't seem to be interested, they may be looking down. They seem just not looking to be, you know, they seem like an introvert. I don't bother them. But my key is basically making eye contact. If somebody is either
Okay.
smiling or just looking at me, I take that chance to introduce myself and quickly approach them to see if they want to answer some questions. Plus, I let them know it's going to take a minute. So they
Okay.
know that they have only 1 minute to dedicate to me, and that's it.
Okay, I will make that eye to eye contact.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I will not forget that. Okay.
Try it. I think it'll work. It'll be
Okay.
successful.
And Alex, please name 5 countries that you have visited that you would recommend the future travelers considering the people's friendliness,
Mhm.
food, and culture.
So I'll leave the Philippines out because, of course, I've talked so much about the positive
Okay.
sides. I've traveled to so many places. First thing I'll say Thailand. Is Turkey. So Thailand, Turkey, Georgia, which is right next to
Mm,
it. Portugal, Austria. That's already five. Excuse me. Yeah. So for me personally, I enjoyed Thailand because it was the first country I went to by
mm.
myself when I had some money, my independence. So I think it was a whole new feeling. So,
Okay.
and you know, if you like spicy food and temples, for sure. Portugal seafood is delicious. The temperature is perfect. It's
Mm,
always just 20 degrees. It feels like so you're not sweating like in the Philippines or in Southeast Asian countries. And it's got beautiful mountains, of course. And then Austria, that's where I have family there. I visited them. It's really historical, cool architecture, museums everywhere.
mm.
That's where Beethoven was. So it's a cool little area. And then Turkey, of course, you get east and the west. Europe meets Asia. You got mosques, temples. Turkish food is unbelievably delicious.
Okay.
So yeah, those are the reasons why I recommend those 5 countries.
Okay, but you know, I like to visit a country where there is historical country.
Mhm.
Like there is old castle.
Yeah. If you like castles, you like Portugal. They have a few
Oh,
castles.
really?
These should be ruled by Morocco, so the
Mm.
Mauritian influence on there is really unique. And there, a lot of them are on top of like hills, so you have to go for a really
Ah,
long hike. But at the end of it, it's a nice reward for you. You get to see a nice, beautiful
okay.
castle.
Okay. You are from Canada. What prompted or motivated you to leave Canada and become a travel nomad?
I think that's probably the most asked question from me. So if you've heard this, sorry to say it again, but for me, I just wanted to see the world. You know,
Mm,
one day I was sitting in my office and I just had everything I wanted in life, to be honest, and I still wasn't happy. So I thought to myself, what is it that makes me happy? And I realized it
okay.
was travel. So I quit everything, sold everything, most of it, and then decided to travel full time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you try the main cuisine or dish in every country you visit, or do you prefer sticking to foods you know or like?
I would definitely consider myself a foodie, right? Like
Mm.
honestly, the number one reason I went to India was for the food initially.
Okay.
So I travel for food a lot, and I go from city to city just to try a specific dish or cuisine. So I'm really big into, and most of my popular videos actually that are the shorts, especially are about food,
Yeah.
right? So I love the local cuisine. So for sure, for me, going somewhere new is my top thing to do is try the local cuisine.
Okay. As you are aware, it's hard for Filipinos to travel even if we could afford it.
Yeah.
Not many countries give Filipinos an automatic visa. we often get off-boarded at our airport immigration as well. Do you think having a Canadian passport gives you free and unlimited access to the world? And would you ever switch or give up citizenship for other countries' citizenship? Why or why not?
Definitely not. So I'm gonna be honest. The Canadian passport is my biggest flex. So I really, it provides me with so much ease, and ease of access, visa free or visa on arrival. And for someone like myself that enjoys traveling, it's a godsend. So it's honestly, it's just the best passport to have. Of course, one of the strongest, and makes my traveling much simpler. And I've seen what you guys go through. It's horrible how
Yeah.
Filipinos get treated. It doesn't make sense to me, Like I get that the government is trying to protect it. I just think it's BS. If someone's just showing interest to travel, I don't think the government should have the right to refuse that person. It's the arriving country's responsibility to vet you and ensure that you don't stay in that country,
Yeah.
not the departing country. It doesn't make sense to me, but that's just my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, you know that we are praying and hope that we will have offloaded next month.
Mm. And the trip to Thailand, right? I
Yeah,
hope you don't get offloaded. I hope you
I
enjoy
hope.
Thailand.
Okay. Thailand is another country you like and spend a significant amount of time and compare the countries in terms of transportation, infrastructure, cost of living, and possible retirement destination.
Yeah, I think Thailand and Philippines are very different in so many ways, right? I think it really depends on why you're traveling. If you have just 2 weeks maybe and you want to go and party and just live life to the fullest, Thailand's probably ideal. Just because the islands aren't so spread apart like the Philippines, so getting to these places won't take you as long, and you get more for that amount of time that you're there. And also, I think Thailand, because it's I think got much bigger land, it's much easier connected, right? So you can take trains and like buses or cars are much easier. Um, so I think it depends why you're traveling. If you want an easy life, a relaxing life, a life where you can interact with locals and feel appreciated, respected, valued. If you want people to speak English around you, if you want to stay for 3 years without leaving the country, then I
Yeah.
recommend the Philippines.
And Alex, I was so shocked because the hotel in Thailand, it's very, very nice, but it's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other biggest difference between Thailand and the Philippines. I just feel like they might be just ahead of the Philippines in certain ways, and they have a lot more to offer for the same price. I don't know why that is, but the infrastructure for the hotels seem to be at a higher level. Maybe because they do really prioritize tourism, right? So they had a
Ah,
lot more practice getting everything right. So maybe that's the reason.
yeah. Okay. Would you ever consider retirement in the Philippines and marrying a Filipina? Why or why not?
Yeah, of course. Why not? I mean, I would consider retiring here for sure, and I've talked so much about the Filipino people, and people are amazing here. And of course, I would never discriminate, and I'd love
Ah,
for that.
yeah.
Yeah, if that happens. Sure.
Okay. What country or countries that you think have the most healthy food and healthiest people? I know it's subjective, but give it a
Mhm.
try.
Healthiest people is definitely very subjective. I would say I'm trying to think of all the countries I've visited
Mm.
and remember what kind of cuisine. So I think Thailand again. The women there are very slim, fit. Even the men, of course. And because of they eat a lot of seafood, a lot of vegetarian options are there as well. They just seem to be more healthy. I don't know what's
Ah,
going on
yeah.
the inside, but I'm
Ah,
just saying
yeah.
from physically
Physically
looking at.
outside.
I think the Filipinos got a lot more curves. I think it has a lot to do with like the lechon and the all that juicy stuff that you guys
Yeah.
eat. So plus, I think you guys have some Spanish influence in your blood, so you got the
Yeah.
Latina going on there. So.
Okay. What are your long-term plans for your channel, its content, and your future?
Long-term plans, I think I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing.
Mm.
And eventually, I'd love to help out more within the communities that I go to, right? I want to reach out and help people that I can at least influence even a little bit. Maybe not like yourself. I know you do some charity work.
Yeah.
So I would love to be in a position to be able to take care of my own cost of living and then whatever's left over to help the people around me. And maybe even with dogs. And I'm a big dog person, so I see a lot of stray dogs in the
Yeah.
Philippines. And I'm right now in talks with some other organizations, so hopefully we can get that sorted out in time so I can go ahead and try to pay and neuter a lot of these dogs so the problem will continue to grow. So something like that.
Yeah, okay. And you know that this is the second time that I give to people who needs help with the help of my subscriber also, especially Raul from Please Act Right. He helped me, but last year I made it myself with the help also of my subscriber. I give school supplies and snacks to the children in my hometown because people there are poor and even children cannot eat spaghetti.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the first time I was here, I was fortunate enough to meet someone. Her name was Maria, and she really helped me organize some stuff. So we did two events with her, which really made me appreciate what I have. We went to orphanages, two of them, and we gave out Jollibee. You know, a lot of people, like you said, they
Yeah.
don't have the chance to eat regularly these things. So the kids were super excited. We had fun and games and played. And I love to do more things like that. Yeah.
Okay, that's why on the live stream you asked me if I'm gonna if there will be somebody give you 1 million pesos, what you gonna do? And then I answer, I give it to the charity because especially to the charity who keep the children who abandoned to their parents. Because I experienced that my daughter was abandoned on her father. So I feel that okay, I really would like and happy to help people who needs help.
Yeah, no, that's good to do, right? If you're in a position to do so, why not? And children and animals are innocent; they can't take care of
Yes.
themselves. So, I mean, grown people, we at least understand what's going on. Kids don't have that opportunity.
Yes, and you know we have adopted cat.
Oh, I didn't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like cats.
Okay. Yeah, but we like cats.
Yeah,
We like cats, but not 100%.
cats are independent, though. They could take care of themselves. If you put
Yeah.
a cat outside, I think they'll be fine. They can't do that
Yes.
with dogs.
Okay. And Alex, any question for me or comments before ending the interview? You can ask me any question.
Sure. Tell me about the growth of your channel a little bit, because I was here last year and you were just starting out, and now you got thousands of subscribers. So what, you know, influenced
Okay,
that?
yeah. My channel growth after Filipina P interviewed me. Yeah, after Filipina interviewed
So she
me,
does get emails.
I send her message. Okay, I sent her message because I saw her post in Facebook that she was searching a Filipina woman who interviewed at age 40, yeah, 40 or 41. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna try. Unfortunately, she answered my message.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
and then she asked me, I told to myself, okay, I would like to share my experience, life experience, my past, what happened to me, yeah, the father of my daughter. I would like to share it for the people to know because me, I would like to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. So that's great. I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah, and then I cannot deny it because it's part of my life now.
Mm.
Yeah, it's half of my body, past and present.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially I have daughter. So other questions.
I'm thinking, honestly, not too much. You know, so we had a whole live stream for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
so I asked a bunch of my questions there, but no, I don't have any further questions.
Okay, so thank you so
My
much.
pleasure.
Okay,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
having me.
And I will put his YouTube link on this video description and please subscribe to his channel to really good, enjoyable content. He is boots on the ground and very informative. So, and please subscribe to my channel also.
Yes.
Thank you,
My
Alex.
pleasure, guys.
Okay,
See you guys next time.
bye.
See you guys.